It's the Top Flight Films. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's good. Um, I know I ain't been on in a couple days. Very busy week, a lot going on, and we here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to join y'all again. You know what I'm saying? So we got some topics we're gonna talk about today. First thing we're gonna talk about is the guys getting ran off the HBCU campus. Second thing I want to touch on is the sniper, as well as some other things. I don't want to cuss. I don't want to get hyped up. I don't want to get gaslit today by the racists in the comments. So I'm gonna try my best to refrain from that. I will be taking comments, and I will be answering questions. So come on in, hit the like button, and let's have some fun. So a lot of y'all have seen there were two gentlemen who decided to go to an HBCU. They had their tables and they had their paraphernalia to set up. They wanted to do a debate. Uh, they thought they were going to go to this HBCU and carry on Charlie Kirk's legacy. And they showed up uninvited. I don't even think they got permission to be there. Um, and they thought they were going to go and do, this new popular thing called debating. And we got to put the air quotes around the debating part because these people are not really debating. And I'm going to get to that. I need everybody to have a close eye. See, the reason why feel the need to get on here is because a lot of people don't really see what all this stuff is about. So when they say they're debating, it's not about debating, okay? So, they went to this HBCU. I don't want to, say what HBCU it was because I don't know. But they went to the school, and the people at the school weren't having it. The students ran them up out of there. As the footage shows, a lot of the students were, very upset. They were speaking their truth. They didn't want to debate. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to participate in that nonsense. And we're going to get to that too. And I want everybody to understand how important it is not to participate in that nonsense. And they got their ass wheeled up out of there. They look very scared. They look very frail. They look very disappointed. They thought they were going to go on to this campus and put on a show. And that turned out to be furthest from the truth. They had to pack it up. And I'm really, really grateful for those students. It's raining. I'm grateful for those students that got them up out of there. Now, let me tell you something about these debates. These debates, just like Charlie Kirk's debates, they're not about civil dialogue. They are not about a peaceful discussion. And I need everybody to understand that this is how they trying to fool and pull a wool over everybody's eyes. They saying things like Charlie Kirk, all he wanted was open discussion and open dialogue. And what you're seeing is, you are seeing these debates happen. What they're doing is they're going to these schools. They are sitting in front of a lot of younger people. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the college students. I'm not saying that you're not intelligent, but what they're lacking is experience. They're lacking experience. They're lacking debate experience, and they're lacking life experience. Some of these people 21, 22, 23 years old. You understand? So what these guys tried to do at this HBCU is they tried to go in there and they wanted to get content. You know what I'm saying? This is really about content. This is really about desensitizing people to these white supremative narratives. See, when you sit down and you discuss with people, and you have a discussion with them, you're legitimizing their talking points, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. So when they say the wild shit, like blacks commit all this crime, we commit the most crime in the world, and you sit down and you validate that, You're actually giving that credibility by sitting down with them. That's why it's very important. Don't even sit down and debate these people. You understand? They know better. They know what's real and what's not real. It's a lot of weird shit going on, and we're gonna get to all of it. Only those with a third eye gonna be able to see exactly what's going on. Huey said he was debating students with no experience, and Charlie was messing them up with word salads. Yeah, that's this is what they're doing. Now, they would have my respect. These people, including Charlie, would have my respect if they went and sat down with some real credible people who were experienced with debating, okay, who were of a certain age, okay, and if you sat down and you came in good faith, I would have respect for him. But I know the play. I know what's going on out here. It is more evident than ever than what's going on out here. I need y'all to understand the Christianity, the we're living right, you're living wrong, the white is right, black is bad. I need y'all to pay attention to this shit. Stephen Miller, his speech, we just did a broadcast on that the other day. I need y'all to really pay attention. A lot of people are asleep. What they're trying to do right now is they're trying to usher in this new white Christian nationalism, and they're hitting from all angles. They're hitting from all angles. I just got off TikTok. I saw a TikTok where a woman was saying, it was a Caucasian woman, and she was explaining what a godly woman is. She was explaining what a godly woman is. And it was very interesting because everything they say about black women is what the godly woman wasn't. You understand? So I need y'all to understand, this shit is coming from every angle. They're going to try to get into your kids' heads. They're going to try to get into the youth. You understand? That's who they're going after. Charlie Kirk was for the Caucasian men. Erica Kirk is for the Caucasian women. That's what's going on out here. I don't know exactly what the end goal is, because you cannot get rid of foundational black Americans. You cannot get rid of us. So I don't know exactly what they think they're going to do with us, but trust and believe, everything you're seeing now is some sort of campaign to try to fix America. And the problem that they are saying covertly and overtly, because I just seen some stuff with people, I'm gonna break this down in a minute. What they're trying to say is we're the problem. They are the solution. They are pushing for an all-white nation. This is what's going on, y'all. This is what Stephen Miller said. What did he say? He said, we build, they don't build. We're good, they're evil. We're the light, they're dark. You feel me? So, yeah, they got ran up off of that campus, and it's very scary because where was the security at that HBCU? There should have been security at that HBCU because they already received attacks, right? Or threats. They received threats at these HBCUs. Why are you going to these HBCUs to debate? For what? You don't want to get to any solution. You want to go out here and gaslight people, get content. You want to try to validate your white supremacist talking points. You don't really care about these communities. You dig? So what exactly are you going up here for? You understand? And it's all a trap, man. It is all content, it's all entertainment, and it's all propaganda. Just like what Mr. Kirk was doing. I'm gonna get to the comments here in a second. Real fast forward, and then we can, once I go through the other topic, we can go double back, and anybody has any questions or comments on the first topic, we can get to that. The ICE shooting. Did y'all see this bullshit? Did y'all see this bullshit? Apparently there was a sniper on the roof. Who's buying this shit, y'all? I need to know. Hey, y'all, put a one if you're not buying what they're selling. Put a one in the chat. They said a sniper was on the roof. And help me. If I'm missing something, help me fill me in. They said a sniper was on this roof. They said the sniper was anti-ICE. But he shot 2 detainees, 2 immigrants. Somebody help me with this shit, man. And it gets worse. It gets worse. They said that the bullets are engraved with the words anti-ICE. Bruh, this is out of a bad movie or something. Let me get to these comments. I see some interesting comments. And shout out to everybody in here. Y'all hit the like button if you can. Joshua Stillwell says, debates used to bring solutions. Sounds like a chat full of hateful pieces of shit in here. Jason King said, to show exactly how you guys are when you're in groups. Horn Dog said, I think you're projecting. What exactly am I projecting? Miss Vicky said, just because one man said it doesn't make it reality, bro. Put some context behind it. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Huey said there's a video of Charlie debating students from Cambridge University. There's an autistic kid who debated Charlie and destroyed Charlie. It's worth watching so you can see what Charlie is like. Man, I've seen some debates. I seen a debate where a chick schooled his ass on DEI. I just seen a debate. I just seen a clip where he was on Bill Maher, and he was talking about the transgender mice, and he had it all wrong. It wasn't it wasn't transgender mice. It was trans something mice, and he had to correct it. So, I stand corrected. So he was running around pushing this shit about transgender mice, and he was dead ass wrong. He had it all wrong. And the sad part is they're American citizens. Not only American citizens, but the government are talking about putting this man on the money, giving him his own coin, okay? But I'm going to get to why. We already know why, okay? We know why he's been killed. We speculate why he's been unalived, and we speculate what all this big hoorah is about. This shit is not by accident, y'all. His death and everything after and everything that's to come, it is not by accident. If you don't see that by now, I don't know what you're looking at. Uncle Joe said DEI is textbook racism. No, it's not. See, the thing about these programs, these programs where people have to, there has to be programs so people can have equal treatment. Why y'all think that is? Uncle Joe, why do you think in America, this is a serious question, why do you think in America there has to be programs for people to be treated fairly? Why do you think that? I'm gonna just tell you. America has a history of cheating, unaliving, stealing, conquering, being greedy, okay, discrimination. There is a rich history. I'm talking about a history so deep that there are movies on it of how people in America discriminate. That's why there has to be programs in place. I don't give a fuck about a DEI. I don't care about a DEI. I'm just letting you know. I didn't care about DEI when they cut it last year. I'm just letting you know because you're not being fair. And a lot of the races are never fair. Oh, but why does there have to be some sort of program? Everybody should get it who's qualified. So we're going to leave it up to people, and particularly Caucasian men, okay, who have a rich history of discrimination. You understand? Charlie Kirk said it best. If I see a black pilot, I'm going. I don't know. If, I want to see if he's qualified. You understand? The racism is so deep and thick in America that they have to have programs in order to make people practice equality. So I hope that answers your question, man. Uncle Joe said DEI is quotas for race hiring. You cannot see that. Okay, what if it is? What if it is? What if it is? I just explained to you why it may need to be some sort of programs for equality. I don't care about DEI. I'm a business owner, so I don't need anybody's DEI, but I understand the need for it. And a lot of these guys run around with this thing about DEI, but they don't understand. You have to be qualified. Because DEI is in place doesn't mean they're going to take somebody off the street because they're black and say, hey, would you like to come fly a plane? No, you have to take tests. You have to score well on these tests. You understand? But you guys want to make it into a thing where people are unqualified, which that's not the case. Let's see what we got here. Oh shit. Donta Jackson says, ashamed to ask for help, but please spare $5 so I can eat. I'm really, oh, okay. Daytona said, I'm not African, I'm American. Horn Dog says, race is not qualification. Horn Dog, do me a favor, bro. Go look up how DEI works. I don't want to be rude to you, but you're being ignorant, okay? I'm going to say it again. People have to be qualified. You have to meet qualifications in order to be accepted. They're not just hiring unqualified people. They're saying there has to be enough diversity amongst qualified people. Do you understand now? Go look it up, do some research, and come back. Stop just listening to what people are saying. I can't pronounce your name, Olawale. I think that's how you pronounce your last name, Olawale. Augusto Flores says, you don't understand. They are not using serious arguments. And that's why we're here today, because we're talking about these debates. These guys are still in the chat talking about DEI. They still talking about, at least at this point, you would have thought people would have looked up and did some real research and not just took Charlie Kirk's word for it. At least at this point. But people are still running around using these weak claims, okay, to make themselves feel better, to make themselves look bigger, to make us look like horrible people, to fulfill this agenda, okay? And you're just making yourself look more ignorant by the day. You dig? Jake Englander said, is the door locked out on you? You're down bad. Huh? No, my girl in there sleep, so I'm trying not to wake up. And I always come out here, so I don't know what you're talking about. Mike says, you make yourselves look like horrible people. Let me tell you something, Mike. When have we not looked like horrible people? When have black people not looked like horrible people? When have we not been treated like horrible people? This country, probably your great-grandfather, okay, thought we were horrible people back in the day. This is nothing new, y'all. All of this shit you seeing is just a flare-up. This is a flare-up of racism. Racism never went anywhere. White supremacy never went anywhere. This is what you call a flare-up, and it's getting worse by the day. But when have we not been horrible people in your eyes? What they're trying to do now is they're trying to put this shit in overdrive. And they're scared and they're desperate. The racists and the white supremacists are desperate. That's why you saw that pep rally the other day that we discussed on my last broadcast. They have to have pep rallies to try to say it's going to be okay. It's like a coat rally to say, hey, it's going to be okay. We're here. They had to pat themselves on the back. We built, and they had to lie to each other. They went up there and just lied to each other. Hey, we're the only ones that built. We're the champions, dude. Us. Us. We do this. Shut the fuck. Get the fuck out of here. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Austin said, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't CK go on to say that he would have to have that thought about a black pilot was because the standards for acceptance would be, it doesn't matter why he said it. The whole point is we know his stance on DEI, we know his stance on black pilots. It should have never came out of his mouth, period. It's really unexcusable. And see, the thing is, with these debates, just like the debate that these goddamn nitwits got ran up out of the HBCU, they want to go out here and push and peddle this garbage. Okay, they want to go out here and peddle garbage. They know most of it is half truth. You dig? They don't want to do the full research and have real meaningful discussions where it's a back and forth, where people are actually talking to each other and saying, let me hear your perspective. You're right about that. But this, they're not doing that. They want to go make some young black people, they wanted to go make some young black people look stupid. Charlie Kirk, he wanted to go make some young people in general look stupid. You dig? He can sit back on his pedestal with his legs crossed, very calm, because he's trained. He's trained in public speaking. These kids are not trained in public speaking. You dig? Jake said, dude is spreading half truths while saying these idiots are spreading half. Okay, just tell me what half truth I spread. That's all you got to do here, brother. Listen, you don't have to cope here. You can just speak, and you can speak intelligently, and you can debunk anything I say. Savannah Street Team said CK died like he lived, talking out of the side of his neck. That's a fact. I want to hip y'all to something. This may be a conspiracy theory, but there is a movie with Nicolas Cage. Have y'all seen the comparisons to this shit? All of this stuff is funny style, man. I really believe they're trying to push for civil war. Hence the second topic, the sniper on the roof. I keep hearing about these liberal gangsters. I keep hearing about these liberal terrorists. Maybe it's just me, but every liberal I know is the softest motherfucker on the earth. I don't know any hardcore liberals. Is that just me? Maybe I'm in the wrong part of town, wrong part of the country. Somebody said I'm contributing. What did he say? You're contributing heavily to it, and you're now dismissing context. You couldn't even finish the quote and dismissed it. CK didn't make people look stupid. They did. No, CK was trained, okay? CK was spreading lies at the end of the day, essentially. His most famous lie, or my favorite lie of his, was Trayvon Martin hunted George Zimmerman. And I've been going on and on about this, and none of you can explain why he would lie about that. All you say is, well, where did he say that at? I don't believe it. Well, yeah, he said it, okay? Gordon Bombay said, yeah, you don't help anything, Flight. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Because a friend of mine, my white buddy, he went on to my Facebook and told me that all I do is spread negativity, and blah, 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 blah. And I cause division. Let me ask y'all this. And I already know the answer to this, right? Why is it when we speak out against racism and injustice and we shine a light onto the face of racism, why is it that you all try to make it seem like we're causing division? We're pointing out the division. We're pointing out the evil. We're pointing out the bad things that are going on. So how would that be division? If you're not racist, why would you have a problem with anything that I'm saying? See, racist people who aren't racist don't have any problem with what I'm saying. They won't tell me to be quiet. You're making it worse. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. Y'all hit the like button for me. We in here. Jennifer Chase says facts. Yeah, I'm lost because If you're on my team and I'm on your team, you wouldn't have an issue with me talking about equality. You wouldn't have an issue with me pointing out the contradictions and the hypocrisy of Charlie Kirk. Did y'all hear Charleston White on Charlie Kirk? Let me tell you something, man. Charleston White, he's a very unpredictable individual. He is very he's a very controversial individual. But I have to say, he's probably one of our most powerfulest voices in the culture today. And the way he worded Charlie Kirk in a nutshell was, it was prophetic, man. And I encourage everybody to go watch that Say Cheese interview. You understand? Charleston said everything that I've been saying, that we've been saying. Everything that we're saying all lines up, and we don't even know each other. So there has to be some truth to it. Wazzo says, bro, Kirk was coming at the creator of racism, but everyone is so emotionally sensitive. Okay, no, Charlie Kirk didn't believe in racism. Okay, he didn't believe in racism. He didn't believe in white supremacy. Okay, he made that very clear. Bert said Erica Kirk was trying to turn down the temperature. Then Donald Trump went to the stage, wanted to be rallied, turned down the temperature. I did a whole broadcast on that Erica Kirk speech, man. And something ain't right, y'all. I don't care. Listen, I know a lot of y'all drink the Kool-Aid. I know a lot of y'all are mesmerized by the white supremacy rally. I know a lot of y'all are energized by this fake Christian white nationalism that's going on. But I encourage you as an American, I encourage you to wake the fuck up. Okay? This shit is something out of a goddamn movie. Her speech was so damn phony. Okay? And I called it as soon as I seen it, and the next thing you know, everybody else started calling it out. It's all kind of memes, and people were speaking on it, and we all have the same thought. Why did she look so goddamn phony? What the hell is going on out here? Who does she work for? Did she know? Did she know? I'm asking a question. Did she know this was going to happen to her husband? Okay? Because the way things are looking, I'm not buying it, young. I'm not buying this shit. And I would hope as an American, that you would question this stuff, man. You did? Patrick says she working for Top Flight. Princess says, keep smoking crack, buddy. Jennifer Chase says, yo, I have said the same thing. What a great inside job to stir more hate. Bro, this is my conjecture. All of this is happening to usher in a new world order. Not the new world order that everybody was talking about for 50 years. I'm talking about a new world where they are taking whiteness and making it the standard. If you're not white, you are evil, you're dark, you're bad, you have to clean up your act or you have to go. This is what the fuck is going on. This is what they said out of their mouth at the rally. This is what Stephen Miller said out of his mouth at the rally. Okay? He was saying things like, we are good, they are evil, we are the light, they are the darkness. This is a new era that they're ushering us into. And Charlie Kirk was the catalyst. He was the event, the spark, because he does not deserve all of this. Let me tell y'all something. He does not deserve all this. You would have thought the president was assassinated. You would have thought the president was assassinated. The way they are acting, it is over the top. They're doing too much. All the smart people can see that they're doing too much. What is going on? This shit was set up, man. Andy King said he was a Christian. I don't know what type of Christianity that is, but let me tell you about this new Christian thing that everybody's running around here talking about. Everybody is running around here talking about all this new Christian shit. all of a sudden, all these Americans are Christians and they love God so much. Let me tell you what that's about. That book, that religion is powerful. It got us enslaved. It kept us enslaved. That book kept us enslaved. So now they're using that book again to try to enslave us. Not physically, but they're trying to tear down our race with that damn book like they did in the first place. Y'all know in that book, man, and it depends on how you interpret it, but most people interpret that book, the Bible, they interpret it as black people are cursed. That's how we got to have black skin, brown skin, because we're cursed. If they keep running around here chanting that Bible, okay, and if you listen to the dog whistles, this is what they're already saying. They're saying that we're the darkness, okay? The darkness. They're telling you it really up front, and you just gotta be able to catch the shit. You dig? Go look up the okay, is it Shem, Ham, and Japheth? Don't get me the line. I'm not a big religious guy, but one thing I do know is black people that run around here and say the reason why we were enslaved is because we were cursed. This is from Christianity, y'all. This is what kept us enslaved. Why did they give us the Bible while we were enslaved? If it was such a powerful book and we served the same God, how is it that we were reading the same book that the slave master had? Because they said it was okay to have slaves. That's what the book said. You understand? That's what the Bible said. It's okay to have slaves. You can whoop your slaves. You did. They told you when you can whoop your slaves. But yeah, we were cursed. I think Shem, Ham, were we Ham or Shem? But we were cursed. We were cursed, a cursed people. You understand? Okay, listen, y'all. Go do some research, okay? Go do some research. How about that? Just do a simple Google search. Say in the book, in the Bible, were black people cursed? That's all you gotta do. It was the Africans that was cursed. 179 said you voted for Kamala. No, I didn't vote for Kamala. If you go on my page, I have plenty of videos discouraging people from voting for Kamala. And I had an idea that this new racist agenda was coming because that train is never late in America. I did not expect it to look like this. This shit is different than what I thought it was gonna be. But either way, we were screwed. With the Democrats or the Republicans, foundational black Americans were screwed. As you see, the Democrats, they voted unanimously to have Charlie Kirk, a Charlie Kirk Day. So they ain't shit neither. All of them ain't shit. You dig? Lil 8up said, it's not about race, bro. Listen, Lil 8up, I hope you're not a black man. Listen to me. This is a teachable moment. I'm telling you something. If you're not paying attention, my brother, and you're not even willing to learn from people that are putting you on game, you are going to be in trouble. I do want to say this to my people, though. I want to say this to my people. Because what they're doing is they are taking the small sector of the black community that are ratchet, that are evil, that are out of control. They're taking, it's a small portion of the community, just like every community has, but they're taking that small portion of the community and they're trying to blanket all of us like that. So I want to tell my people, if you're raising your kids, make sure you're raising them kids right. All that ratchet shit, you need to tone it down, okay? Because they are using every little incident, every little anything to try to blanket us all as these bad people. This is what's going on, okay? This is exactly what's going on. So I need everybody, man, clean up your motherfucking act, man. I'm not saying do it for them, because what they're basically saying is you need to act like us. If you don't act like us, then it's gonna be trouble for you. This is what they're saying. I gotta get on here and play this video. I just posted this video. It was two white dudes, Christians. They said, yeah, sure, black people can come to our church, but can they bring black culture into this church? No. They said these people are the most evil, the most wicked. This is what he said out his mouth. You'll probably see it floating around. This is how they talk about us, y'all. This is what they're saying. They're not hiding it anymore. They're saying this shit right out front. And they're talking about, my dude named Brian said murder rate. Listen, man, I don't want to get into the brainwash shit because y'all still talking about the same stuff. But let's talk about incest rate. Let's talk about SA stats. Let's talk about all the stats that you all lead in. When are you going to talk about that? We just had, I say this all the time, we just had last week a white guy unalived 3 police officers. You dig? I'm not even gonna sit up here and try to prove to y'all that you've been fooled and your focus has been diverted to black people. I'm not even gonna try to prove to y'all, because if you're not smart enough to see what's going on, we know it makes you feel comfortable. It warms your heart. You feel like you're gaining your power back in the country. We know you don't want to relinquish power. You want all this stuff. Yes, yes, make us feel good about ourselves. You went to the white supremacist rally, right, for Charlie Kirk, and you feel so energized. You feel so good. You feel so hopeful. Okay, but newsflash, man, we're never going anywhere. We're never going anywhere because we built this shit. So therefore, the dude Stephen Miller said, you all haven't built anything. Who was he talking about? No, he wasn't talking about us. You did. Ray Minnick, what it do? I thought you was mad at me, bro. I'm glad you back. CK said, Ray Minnick said, CK, he was such a bitch. If you want to be real about it, he talked his hatred behind security until he didn't. Ray Minnick, did you have a change of heart, my brother? Thank you. Maybe my man Ray saw what we saw. And I'm not gonna go, on a limb and insult him. His life and his death was so embarrassing that I don't have to insult him. Those of us that see with a clear view, there's nothing that needs to be said about that man. The way he went out was so shameful. There's no need for me to insult him. You dig? Jesus died, said racist black man. See, that's what I'm saying. You see these good Christians in here? RKH says, you're a slave if you owe on your credit cards. Yeah, but you're not a real slave like the way our ancestors went through the slavery. That's totally different, bro. Y'all hit the like button for me, man. If you love Charlie Kirk, hit the like button. Game Over said Christianity came from Africa. Yeah, but not the Christianity that these people were practicing. They're practicing enough. See, listen, people took that book and they twisted it and they used it for evil. This is a fact. See, black Christians, I'm not gonna say we because I'm not a Christian, but Martin Luther King said Sunday morning is the most segregated hour in America. And it is, because white people go to their church, black people go to their church. They practice 2 different types of religion. All my black people in here, you all know that your grandmother and them really believed. You know your grandmother and them, your mother and them, they really believe this shit. You understand? They believe in Christ. They believe in being good people. I'm just speaking on history. History shows us that the Christians of America that were hanging people after church, they didn't believe in this shit. They didn't believe in this shit. You dig? We believe in this shit to a fault. We believe in Christianity to a fault, to where it harms us, to where it has caused major harm to us. But you understand, white folks, they won't have that shit. It ain't no turn the other cheek. If you do something, you're gonna bomb your whole country, dog. Women, children, babies, everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. You dig? Tell me what, somebody stop me when I'm lying, man. Debbie said you're pathetic. Why am I pathetic, Debbie? I know why am I pathetic. Because I'm on here telling the truth. Well Hung said, who is we? You need to say I and not me. We not we. What do you mean? Won't you tell me what you mean, man? Grumbell said, this weirdo in the chat with the username Jesus died for us to live, but he's acting like him. Yeah, you see what I'm saying though? Listen, y'all gonna see, listen, as I do my broadcast, we're gonna chop all this shit up because y'all about to see what this new white Christianity is all about. Y'all about to see in real time. If that pep rally, if that memorial didn't show you what this shit is about, then you are totally asleep. You dig? Brian says, speak on the murder rate. Let's speak on it, man. I've spoke on it many times. Let's speak on it. Now, Charlie Kirk told lies about the murder rate. Do we have a problem in our community? In certain parts of our community? Sure. Yes, we do. We have YNs, AKA young niggas, out here killing at a very high rate. It is a problem. It is an issue. It's not a problem for you, Brian. It doesn't affect you, Brian, unless you live in these neighborhoods. But do we have a problem? Yes. But do we commit 50% of all murders? No. No, we don't. We commit 50% of all murders against each other. See, this is the deceptive tactics that people like Charlie Kirk are using. It's all deceptive tactics. I want everybody to stop and go look up Bill Maher and Charlie Kirk, transgender mice. Go look it up. Because your beloved hero was exposed by Bill Maher. Okay? I say that to say that Charlie's words were not law. I know you guys think he is Jesus. I know he's your new God. But we can point out several inconsistencies, lies, and half-truths that he's told. Bill Maher said it. He said, see, Charlie, this is what scares me about you. And then he busted him out. Big shout out to all my homies in the chat, man. Yeah, listen, everybody that's standing on business, that's not showing no compassion, that's not showing no sympathy, I salute you. Listen, I don't want nobody to feel bad about this shit, man. Don't let nobody make you feel otherwise. Listen, these racists don't they don't care about you. They want you gone, okay? They want you up out of here. They think less of you. No mercy, man. No mercy. I didn't feel nothing when I saw that shot. I felt absolutely nothing. You understand? You can't talk about our leaders and expect to get some sort of sympathy. You understand? You talk about MLK in such a derogatory way. Now you got other people out here regurgitating this stuff, talking crazy about MLK. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? You're an enemy. Once you start talking crazy about MLK, and is it okay? Let me ask y'all this. Since he wasn't racist, right? I want to ask y'all a question. Even the black people in here that swear he wasn't a racist. Okay, it's one thing to have views and opinions, but all of his views and opinions were anti-black. When it came to black people, MLK wasn't shit. Black people sleep around. Black people do the most crime. Black people, you don't want to mess with black pilots. These women over here don't have the brain power. Let me talk about the brain power thing. A lot of people took it and ran with it. He didn't say black women don't have the brain power. He said these certain women don't have the brain power. See, we keep it real over here. But let me tell you this as well. Everybody that knows about scientific racism. Scientific racism states a claim that black people have lower IQs. That was a dog whistle. That was a covert way to call them low IQ. We've heard President Trump say low IQ, call Charlemagne low IQ. This is language that is swirled around the white supremacist community. This is how they talk. So when he said these women don't have the brain power, he was pretty much saying they are low IQ women, which is a racist term. You understand? This is the type of racism Charlie was practicing. It wasn't outright. It wasn't, hey, you effing N-word. No. It was very slick and subtle, and you had to be able to catch it. Gary, shout out to you, homie. SB said, I haven't heard you drop an album in a while. I don't rap, bro. I don't do music. Horn Dog says, how is it racist to state of what fact? See, this is, y'all keep saying that he stated facts. What fact are you talking about? Tell me what fact you're talking about. You understand? So, okay, let's just say everything. I want to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, which we know is wrong. Let's say everything he said was facts. What was it his business? Why was he so concerned with the black community? He didn't live in a black neighborhood. You could see he clearly didn't grow up around black people. What was his big concern with talking about the black community? And his big objection with talking about white supremacy and the white supremacist community? You would have thought that Charleston White said it, right? Charleston White, he said it real beautifully. Charleston White said that and this is a fact, Charleston White went after gangbangers. He talked about the tough guys within our culture, and within his own culture. Charleston White has made some of the most controversial claims and statements about the black culture. Charlie Kirk went after weak college people. Charleston White gets way more respect than Charlie Kirk because Charleston White went after the worst of the worst. But the thing is with Charleston is he is of the culture. He has been affected by all of this. He has written legislation to help black youth. He has went to court and been an advocate for black youth. Charlie has done none of the above. All he did was want to denigrate. He just wanted to denigrate black culture, black people. This is what he did. He didn't have any type of fruit to back up what he was saying. Achilles said Charleston White is a snitch. Yeah, he is a snitch, regardless of that fact, okay? Regardless of that fact, it is what it is. AK-47 says, what is black culture now? Let me tell you what black culture is. I'm glad you asked that because a lot of people are confused with what black culture is. Black culture is our food, our dance, okay? Our style, okay? Black culture is our inventions, right? Black culture is so many different things. We make up American culture. American culture without black culture, there's no America. Do you understand? Yeah, inventions. Go look up, okay, Menace. Since it's so funny, and everybody else who wants to live in denial for some reason, some strange reason, go Google. It's a simple Google search. Go Google Black American inventions. You'll be very surprised. You dig? You'll be very surprised. Celtic Awakening said mud huts isn't an invention. Sir, I am a foundational black American. My family built this country. We've never lived in mud huts. Okay? And you're Celtic. Where are you from? You're Celtic. When did your family immigrate here, sir? To my land. Oliwalo says, Alhamdulillah, Charlie is gone. Let's go. T.T. Brown said, nah, I agree. We're trendsetters out here. T.T. Brown, listen, don't let these people fool you, bro. They're going to laugh. They're going to make jokes. They're going to make insults to try to cope. But you go anywhere in the goddamn world, you're going to see murals of foundational black Americans. You're going to see 50 Cent. You're going to see Martin Luther King. You're going to see Malcolm X. You're going to see Rosa Parks. You're going to see Tupac. You're not going to see George Washington in these places. The forefathers were degenerates. They were human traffickers. We had righteous people, okay? We set the blueprint for civil rights activism. That's another part of our culture, fighting for others' rights. This is what we laid down. When they ask you what is a part of your culture, you say our civil rights activism. That's what we're known for. See, the racists, they're known for oppressing people. We're known for fighting for equality for everybody. You dig? Let's be real here, man. I know y'all not gonna like that. No Country said, what lie did he say about Charlie Murkt? None. I'm not a liberal. Yeah, equality. WSN. We fought for equality. The racists fought against equality. Remember Civil War? Remember the Civil Rights era? You remember when they were sicking dogs on good church people because they just wanted to be equal? We fought for equality. We fought so black immigrants can come over here. We fought so all immigrants can come over here. You dig? Jeremy Taylor says, some Celts still live in pounded mud structures. See on the internet, they still build them and they are great. See, people just, this whole myth of white superiority, we were in Athens and we were superheroes and we're the Aryan gods. That's fairy tale, man. That's a big fairy tale. It's a big myth. S. Hill said, black culture is American culture. Own up to that one, white folks. Listen, you can't get around it, man. You dig? As much as people don't want to admit it, everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Menace to Society said, you fought what? A small, tiny amount of blacks actually fought for civil war, and they were forced to, and some were even paid. Listen, you got it all wrong, my brother. You got it all wrong. Blacks all over the world fought for civil rights, even if it was a small group of blacks. So what? Y'all stay moving the goalposts. What if it was a small group of blacks? The point is, you can pick up any book and you can see that people were getting lynched, hung, beaten, sprayed with fire hoses for equality and for people to be civilized. You understand? That's a part of our culture. Not bombing, not lynching, right? Not conquering. Okay. We don't have that in our spirit, man. We play fair, you know what I mean? That's what we do. SB said, what happened to Kamala Harris? I don't even care what happened to that chick. I'm glad she didn't get in. SB said, where's Obama? They said they about to lock Obama ass up. I don't care about Obama neither. See, y'all always go to the same people, like I'm supposed to care about these people. Mark Shark said, the cult warriors need racism to survive all these centuries. Now you spitting, brother. Now you spitting. This shit is about survival. This shit is about survival. I hope y'all understand that. I think a lot of the racists in the comments, they understand a lot of this stuff you see, this racism is about survival. Okay? Time is ticking. Time is ticking. Time is it's on the clock, man. Every dog has their day. Y'all heard that? Every dog has their day. And I think the racists know that they have done so much destruction out here. They've made so many enemies out here. The birth rates are very, very low. Okay? And I think they know that they have to do everything in their power to try to maintain power. You dig? WSNYC said, do you support Black Lives Matter? No, I don't support Black Lives Matter. See, the thing is, Black Lives Matter is a white organization. And it's crazy that y'all don't never want to do no research. Y'all don't never, y'all take these names and titles and just try to stick it on us, right? But y'all know Black Lives Matter is a white organization. See, the original Black Lives Matter was a hashtag at a point in history where things were very volatile. People hashtag Black Lives Matter. That's all it was. Somebody got smart and said, hey, we're going to trademark this. We're going to make this an organization. We're going to make some money off this. We're going to use this as propaganda. I actually, and I got videos on my page, I got into it with Black Lives Matter. I almost had to punch a couple Black Lives Matter chicks in the face. And I don't hit women, but it came real close. Black Lives Matter is not for black people. Tone Max said, we got to learn to move in silence. Let me tell you right now, Tone, right now, I think everybody should be, at the very least, speaking to other people in the community, you know what I'm saying, and putting them on point, letting them know what's going on, letting them know that they are under the microscope more than ever. You understand? Let them know that all this talk about God and Christianity and evil and good, we need to let them know that they think you're the evil. Okay? You're the new fucking devil. This is what they telling us, that we're the goddamn devil. You see what I'm saying? And everybody needs to tighten up, man. Everybody gotta act accordingly, man. You know what I'm saying? Not saying we need to be like white folks, but I'm just saying everybody needs to tighten up, man. This guy wrote a big paragraph about black tribes in Africa. I don't know why he's talking about black tribes in Africa. I'm an American. I'm a foundational black American. You dig? Regardless, your ancestors purchased. They're just as guilty, if not even more guilty. Listen, if there's no demand, there's no supply. Okay? If there's no demand, there's no supply. You know, y'all were the demand. Y'all were the demand. Y'all wanted people. Y'all wanted to buy humans and traffic humans, right? Your ancestors had a desire to take their big shiny boats and go buy human beings. Don't fucking tell me about somebody selling. You all went out of your way. Your family, your ancestors went out of your way. You made special boats with special compartments so you can stash the human beings. Then you sailed down the coast and made propositions and bargained to purchase women and kids. Don't tell me about who sold. Come on, man. Stop passing the buck. Yeah. Mark Santiago says, stop spreading the lie about them bringing us over here. We were already here. Listen, Markel, shout out to you, homie. You sound like you're Mexican, Santiago, Dominican. Listen, some of us were already here. If you're familiar with my channel, I speak about this all the time. Yes, there were some of us already here. Only 3% arrived in America. Only 3% of the slaves arrived in America from Africa. You understand? My family was already here, and we mixed in with Africans. You dig? Black said, not all of us was over here. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not, see, you got a group of people out here. You got the Dane Callaways. They just think there was no slave trade. That's ridiculous. You got so many different groups out here. And that one right there is wild. The Abos, they think there was no slave trade and it was fake and there was no slave ships and all this wild shit. No. We talking about real history then, you dig? Markel said they got everything else from those times. What about, where are the boats then? See, there we go. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. You dig? Black said my family came from Africa. Minister Society said you are from Africa. No, I am not from Africa, sir. I don't know why y'all insist on me being from Africa. Let me tell you, I know where I'm from, number one. Okay, I can go to a museum right now in Delaware and show you where some of my ancestors came from. They came from here. We were here, we were probably here, they were here before your ancestors were here. You understand that? A lot of the people that they call Native Americans were black indigenous people. I know you don't want to believe that. I know you don't want to hear that. You dig? Minister Society said if natives were not black, laughing his ass off. Listen, Minister, the joke is on you. You can laugh all you fucking want, Holmes. But most of the people in the chat already know this. A lot of natives were classified as Negro. You dig? So, I mean, I know you want to go with what makes you comfortable. I get that. I'll go with the uncomfortable truths of history. I don't just make up history as I go to what makes me feel good. You dig? Santone said, Celtic said DNA test result when. Bro. I don't need a DNA test. What does a DNA test mean? I can take you. I've been there. I used to go to powwows when I was a kid. I've been to the museum. My family taught me my history in the museum. Okay, the Nanny Coke Museum in Delaware. This is where they taught me my history. You dig? That's just one side of my family. Michael, Marvelous Motivation, said Aboriginal people around the world are dark-skinned people. Thank you, Michael. These are the things these people don't want to really, believe. Mark Shark said racism is their survival technique. I got some real hitters in the chat today. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all really bringing that pain today, man. You know what I'm saying? Bull of Sparta said every black dude that does live streams during the day while men are at work always has some special purpose in history. I guess if you have extra time to be creative, why not? My man, listen. I work when I want to work. You understand? I'm a business owner. You ever think about that? That some of these brothers are business owners? I worked last night at Penn State. Big event at Penn State. One of the guys from what's that show? I was filming for one Nick from Love Island. You understand? Don't come on here. Don't come on here with your little bullshit, man. You know what I mean? Joel said, "What's your view on Hitler?" My view on Hitler? I don't really have a view on Hitler. I know some things about Hitler. It's just not somebody I study or want to really know about. You know what I'm saying? He was a really evil guy. You know what I'm saying? Who does shit like that? Kenny Brown said, "Don't reply to that clown." Black said, "God has a calling on you, bruh. Don't stop doing what you're doing." Shout out to you, homie. I appreciate you, man. Dakota Davis says, "Division keeps us fighting amongst ourselves, not connection, thinking, talking, organizing." No, well, listen, let me ask you this, Dakota. Oh, we got somebody from Delaware? Yeah. Hey, ask about the Nanny Coke Indians. I don't know what part of Delaware you from, but ask about the Nanny Coke Indians. But listen, all this talk about division, you don't see black men going to colleges trying to debate, have these fake debates. You don't see us out here doing that. You don't see us having big rallies talking about all these people are evil and we're the dark and they're the, you don't see us doing this shit, man. We minded our business. We are minding our business, literally. Yeah, people talk about DNA, but the thing is, you want to go to your family, man. Go holler at your family. If you still got your mother and your father or your grandmother, somebody, go holler at them and ask them the history. Because they'll tell you. See, nobody's ever talked about Africa in my family. Nobody has ever said we're African. My father said we're Blackfoot Indian. This is what he said. I didn't believe him when he told me when I was a kid. I'm like, Dad, Blackfoot, Smackfoot. You ain't no damn Blackfoot Indian. But then my mother, we would go to powwows. You know what I'm saying? And I would look at my family, and her side of the family looks Indian. All of them look Indian. My mother has Indian hair. She doesn't have black folks' hair. You see what I'm saying? And then we went to the museum. And then I looked up the family history online. You dig? Dakota Davis says, you don't have to. It's happening in the community where there are melting pots of predominantly one race. Kenny Brown said, that's what Noble Drew Ali set up for us. Black said, black people debate with each other. Let me tell you something. Hey, Black, look. Let me tell you, man, all these people were so mesmerized by Charlie Kirk. They don't understand the jewels and the gems that we got in our community. The real scholars that we got in our community. That was smash him, dog. You know what I'm saying? That was smash. I mean, I don't know if y'all familiar, even with Sinetta's channel. Like, you got brilliant debaters. This is all they do. And I've criticized, Sinetta's channel for simply debating. But we got some of the most powerful debaters, man. Like, they make Charlie Kirk like a little boy, man. You know what I'm saying? That really did the goddamn research, that lit his shit. It would have been nothing. It would have been easy work. These people so mesmerized. By Charlie Kirk's little ABC fucking debates. Like, get out of here. Luckman said if that boy walked in any barbershop, come on, man, he'd have been schooled. You know, we got MLK on all the walls. Malcolm X is on all the barbershop walls. Come on, man. Instead, he chose, let me tell y'all something real quick. If you go ask a 20-year-old who was Method Man, go ask a 20-year-old, some 20-year-olds don't even know who Tupac was. Some 20-year-olds don't know who Jada Kiss is. So you mean to tell me this cat is going to colleges talking to 20-year-olds about black history? He knew what he was doing. It was a play, man. It was a play, that's all. And he knows that. He would have never sat down with a James Smalls. He'd have never sat down with a Louis Farrakhan. He would have never, ever did that. He would have never sat down with even a Reza Islam. I got my critiques about Reza, but he'd have never sat down with a Reza Islam, a Ben X. You dig? Why didn't he sit down with these people? If you want to, listen, let me tell y'all something. If I wanted to go help a gang out, say any gang, like some Bloods, if I wanted to go donate something to some Bloods, say I wanted to go donate some weapons, I'm just being hypothetical, who would I go talk to? I would go talk to their leader. I would go talk to the head guy in charge. I would not go talk to the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what he did. He went and talked to the bottom of the totem pole and tried to make them look stupid and debate them to make himself look bigger. That's all. Mark Shark said, CK was a white supremacist sacrificial lamb. Thank you. I couldn't have said it no better, man. That's what he was. That's what he was. And they got him up out of here, dog. I believe, this is my views and opinions. Okay, Charlie would have wanted me to have my views and opinions. I believe Trump, that wife, they got him up out of here, bro. And whoever else was involved. I believe that was the play. You dig? I'm entitled to my opinion. It might break your little fucking heart because your little American, new American dream is all bullshit. All the shit that they selling y'all is bullshit. The rallies, the goddamn Charlie Kirk on the coins, you dig? All of it is a fluke. And y'all The racists are so unintelligent and they're so full of hate and evil that they're going along with it. See, this Charlie Kirk shit is the new MAGA hat. Y'all remember when that MAGA hat came out first? It was so powerful. It was such a symbol of racism, but they could say, no, it's not racist. Charlie Kirk is that new MAGA hat. He's a new symbol of white supremacy. That's what he is, man. And he's a dog whistle and a martyr to tell future generations so they can go back and listen to him, so they can study and worship his words. You understand? That false information. Swagger Like Us says, I don't see no black voice via Gen Z or Gen X speaking truth to the youth, to the college youth. Go check out this. We got a lot of powerful brothers, but you know, like the Bible says, he who seeks, he shall find. Now you got to go look, bro. I don't know what your algorithms look like, but there are plenty of speakers. There are plenty of scholars out here, you know, speaking. It's a lot of them. You just gotta go find them. I would give you a list, and I might do that. I might put together a nice list of people that you should be checking out. Off top, I'm gonna tell you, they're not Gen Z, but off top, I'm gonna tell you who everybody should be listening to. First and foremost, I don't care how anybody feels, Brother Tariq Nasheed. That's the first person people should be listening to. Dr. Claude Anderson is somebody else people should be listening to. There's another cat, his name is The Saint, that I recently started watching. I don't know too much about him, so I don't want to co-sign him like that. His name is The Saint, Marquette or something like that. He's another one. He's very powerful, and he inspired me to try to clean my language up and use better English. You dig? To the best of my ability. It is what it is. You got the Rizza Islams, you know what I'm saying? You got other people out here, the scholars, man, that did the homework. See, the thing is, when they say we're underqualified or we're DEI, one thing every black man and black girl's mother and father told them was, you have to work 10 times harder than everybody else. So when they try to pull this qualification, you're just getting hired because you're black, that's bullshit. We knew from day one, I'm talking about kindergarten day one, we were told, you have to work harder than everybody else because of the color of your skin. I remember my mother and father sat me and my brother down. We had to watch this show on PBS. It was a show about black men being endangered species. Does anybody remember that? It was on PBS, I think it was. It was a whole, not a documentary, but it was a show. And they were explaining how black men are endangered species, like a fucking animal, dog. So I grew up with this in my head. So I say that to say, we've never expected handouts. We've always knew we had to work hard. Minister Society said, define dog whistle. That's a great question, man. Let's see. Dog whistle. I just gave you one earlier with the brain power. Let's go to Stephen Miller's speech. We are the dark, we are the light, they are the dark. We build, they don't build anything. That's a dog whistle. Okay, there's plenty of dog whistles in his speech. You want to hear some dog whistles, go to Stephen Miller's speech. The Unknown said, yeah, that's brainwashed. You grew up with that mentality because you're conditioned. No, I grew up with that mentality because that was the reality back then. That was the reality. You dig? I grew up with parents that couldn't go to school in white schools. Fuck are you talking about? You understand? I grew up with parents that were called the N-word on a daily basis. You see what I'm saying? Or enough. I grew up with parents that were born in the 50s and 60s when this shit was really going on. Minister Society said you can't define it, don't use the word. You hear these pro-black rejects that lie about history and you, no. I just defined it for you. A dog whistle is when somebody says something that only the intended target and the intended targets can understand, okay? Yes, let me tell you something, Minister Society, you're right. I absolutely take talking points that I hear from people I consider my teachers. Okay, I try to be a student in all of this. And I absolutely, because it has to make sense to me and I have to do my research on it though. That's the difference between me and a Charlie Kirk supporter. I'll hear something, I'll immediately go look for the results and research it. And then I'll use that talking point. But the key word is do my research first. You dig? Yeah, I don't do biased research, sir. I don't. Listen, it doesn't serve me any purpose to do any biased research. You dig? Listen, I have videos on here going against some of the things Tariq has said. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that. I don't do biased research. We're very fair over here. Tariq is a very unique individual, and I look up to him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't take everything he says as law. You see what I'm saying? I know when he's wrong and when he's not wrong. I can distinguish that difference. Unlike a lot of you all who think Charlie Kirk is the second coming. The unknown said, I grew up getting beat, locked in a room, and tied to a chair by immigrant parents. You act like people haven't gone through that in modern. I'm not talking about child abuse, bro. It's two different things. You try to conflate two different things. I'm not talking about child abuse, okay? It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a long physical and psychological, mental slavery, oppression that was mental and psychological. You understand? The unknown said, my dad picked cotton. Achilles says, I like some of what Charlie Kirk said, but I do not think he's Jesus Christ. Not at all. Not all will I worship him. But you're a smart man, Achilles. You dig? Because a lot of these people they all in. You dig? But listen, big shout. Oh, who sent the super chat? I ain't even see that shit, man. My fault. Who sent the super chat, man? I don't see the super chat in here. YouTube kind of been tripping, man. They been stealing super chats. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so just to recap, man, we had the sniper, man. I need some of these Republicans in here, these conservatives. Are y'all buying the sniper thing? Are y'all buying the sniper thing at all? All these engraved bullets, people writing messages on bullets. It's weird, bro. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Kendrick Jones says, our black people must be ready. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. I just spoke on that earlier. If you black, you need to tighten up, man. You need to tighten the fuck up. Make sure everything is tight, man. You dig? Make sure you in that gym. Make sure you in that gun range if you can. Make sure you are on point. And I'm not fear-mongering, I'm just saying. And it goes deeper than that. Make sure, if you a single mother out here, if you a single father out here, tighten up, man. Make sure them kids ain't in the street acting crazy. Let them know what the fuck the new agenda is. You dig? Let them know what the new agenda is, man. Because they're not going to play with these people, man. They are formulating a new order, dog, to where as though all that ratchet shit about to be illegal. It's going to be illegal to twerk soon. At the rate that this is going, twerk is going to be illegal. You dig? Mark Shark said, white on white crime has them going nuts. Bro, you know how much white on white crime has been going on in the past week that nobody wants to talk about? Swagger like us said, the history we have today is revised, highly edited, and phantom history. Yeah, and it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. Achilles says, good, don't teach your children to sexualize themselves, twerking. Listen, a very small portion of our community teaches their kids that. But guess what? I know white women that teaches their kids that. I know white ratchet women. I know white ratchet men. The reason why I'm telling my people to tighten up is because they don't care about what white people do. White people can shoot up schools. You can go into movie theaters and kill everybody. Y'all not focused on that. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all only care about what we're doing. That's why I'm talking to my people. You dig? We're the scapegoats. Okay, we're the targets. Y'all don't mind white on white crime as long as we're not here. Okay? Because if we weren't here, y'all have killed each other already. This shit would have been over. America would have been failed if black folks wasn't here. You dig? Swagger like us says, how is it all these shooters have the exact same MO? There is no coincidence, brother. It's the exact same shit. A manifesto, writings on the bullets, 4chan, Discord, Reddit. Same shit, bro. And the thing is, they can stop all this, man. These people are letting the communities, these platforms, these 4chan platforms, they telling them what they going to do. They getting all their information from these white supremacist platforms. You dig? The unknown said, funny how you dismiss child abuse because it doesn't fit your narrative. No. But you never heard me dismiss child abuse. You're using it in the wrong context. It's apples and oranges, bro. I don't think you really understand. The topic is racism. The topic is not child abuse. You understand? Minister Society said, y'all really just help confirm how dumb most black people are. Sure, brother, sure. Kendrick Jones said, I care for all races, but them white elites and white hillbillies try to get it cracking low-key. They definitely try to set things up, man. They definitely try to put it in motion. And these dudes going to these college campuses trying to debate, they not helping the situation. This is how I know, this is how we know that these people are full of shit. They want to walk on a HBCU with a MAGA hat to gaslight and trigger people. These people don't want help. They wanted to get their ass whooped. They wanted to get it cracking. They want to get this goddamn race war started. That's what they want to do. Why would you do that? You're not going in good faith. You're not going in a good spirit. We don't do shit like that. It's fucking weird, man. It's weird. Alien Ninja said, MAGA, all, that's what I'm saying. I say something, right, intellectual, and they say, MAGA, baby, all day. Like, like, grow up. MAGA is going, let me tell y'all something. I didn't have a problem with Trump. I still low-key like Trump, low-key. But Trump is about to fuck us all over, cuz. Do y'all understand? Trump and them, they about to really put us in a trick bag, man. And all you can say is, MAGA, baby, MAGA. Are you fucking stupid? Come on. Come on, dog. Like, Alien Ninja said, nah, Trump is gonna fix stuff. Let me tell you something, man. Nobody wins when the family feuds. Right now, there is a war between the left and the right. Right now, we are on the verge of civil war. What are you talking about? He's gonna fix it. A good leader would have said, listen, we all gotta come together. He is declaring war on the left. How's he gonna fix it? We are just getting started, bruh. Dakota Davis said he's a puppet. Minister Society said, nope, it's good versus evil. Listen, take some words from somebody in the middle. Okay, I'm not a liberal or conservative. Both of y'all are fucking evil. And y'all know it, okay? Both sides are evil. So it's not good and evil. You are delusional if you think you're good. If you think the MAGA is good. They're in the street, walking around in goddamn masks with swastikas on. That's good. They're in the street talking about fight back, white man, fight. That's good. They're shooting Charlie Kirk in his neck. That's good. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen. Dakota Davis says the controller is evil. Let me tell y'all, man, these white supremacists are going to run America in the ground. They are so busy focusing on us and how to keep us oppressed. They are going to run this hole all the way in the ground. You would think their biggest concern would be these foreign countries that are giving them that side eye. You would think that'd be their biggest concern, but instead they worry about us. From the outside looking in, both sides look ridiculous. Menace to society, you look ridiculous. Joe Biden's crew, y'all look ridiculous. All y'all look ridiculous. You dig? Luckman said, you unlearn, you evil. Mark Shark said, MAGA, mind of 10-year-old boys. You see this shit? MAGA, bro, MAGA. Oh, what the, like, cuz, like, meanwhile, they poor. Meanwhile, they ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. Charlie Kirk, his estate is fat. Charlie Kirk's estate is fat, boy. Erica probably just got out the goddamn pool. Where's your old lady at? Where's your old lady at? Come on, man. Come on, man. Chaz, what it do? Listen, I appreciate y'all, man. I'll probably be back. I ain't gonna be here tomorrow. I got to bounce. I got to go out of town. I'm going to Raleigh, man. I'm gonna be in Raleigh Sunday. Hopefully, if everything goes smooth, I'm be in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I'll be back Monday, man. Tuesday, I might go live. Minister Society said, yeah, because we actually support the good people, not the criminals. My man, brother, the president has 39 felonies. What are you talking about? Did y'all forget about that, or y'all just in denial? He's potentially on the Epstein list. Love Potato said, we love the uneducated, Donald Trump. He said, smart people don't like me. This is what he said. And these dudes still in the chat talking about, go MAGA, go. Okay, I'm sorry, 34 felonies. Sorry, Minister Society, but I'm so sorry. 34. Idiots. Oh, learn some facts, then talk. You gotta be an idiot, man. But Minister Society, I appreciate your commentary. Listen, I'm gone, man. Y'all have a good day. Peace.